Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. We are back. We're just resetting all the screens. We had a technical glitch with YouTube. It shut everything down, and we're just going again. We had a little issue, so I'm just resetting all of this, and we shall be right back. We are back now. I'm just resetting all of the screens, and we're doing this live rather than waiting to come back on. We're doing this straight away, and let me just bring everything back in again. I've got to shut that down, reopen that up. So we're rebuilding the stream as we speak rather than waiting. Let's go here. Let's go here. And we're back up again. There we go. We're back up again. Correct that there. There we go. We had a crash. Unfortunately, the stock market went down and so did we at the same time. Let's bring everything back. Let's make sure we've got everything running again. The extra channel is fine. It's just this channel went down for a few moments. We are back. I see everyone jumped into the extra. That's the power of the extra. That's the great thing about extras, see? Everyone knew what was going on. I love that. We are back. Let me bring this back here. Just resetting all the screens. We are back. Everyone jumped into extra. And we are back. Let me put that on the screen. We're just resetting everything as we speak. Normally I do it before I come live, but in this case, as the bell just went, I wanted to get back on with you, let you know everything was fine. So I'm just resetting everything. We had a complete shutdown. It can happen, but it's part of life. That's why we have the extra channel. Those of you that were in this channel who didn't know what was going on, went straight to the extra channel and you were backed up and supported. So you knew what was going on. There you go. Hey, Zach is back. Welcome to Zach. Lovely to have you here. Welcome, Zach. We're just fixing our stream. We lost connection. We went to our backup stream. We had backup power, got backup internet, so everything is good. And we're just resetting everything as we sit here. I just want to thank everybody. We're about to hit 76,000 subscribers. So thank you all so much indeed. It's incredible. Thank you for that. But we're just resetting everything, make sure everything's working fine. It is. That's all that happened. Let me put in the backup. Should we lose the signal, it will redirect. There we go. Redirect to the extra channel. Should we lose it? I'm going to put that in there. There are some technical issues on YouTube today. Their server had some issues. So that's set up. Put this here. Backup stream. Backup stream on extra. There you go. Pin that there. There's the backup stream. So if I suggest you subscribe to the other channel. It's free. At least you are... you have that. We are back on. We are back. We are back now. There we go. Just making sure I've got everything up and running again. And we do. These things happen. That's why we have backups. That's why we have procedures. And we are selling quickly this morning, 5% down. The S&P is like trading like a meme stock again. It's very frustrating, but doesn't really make a difference to the fundamental principles. So I didn't manage to give you the rundown of all the stocks because we missed that. If you just tuned in, please tap the like button. That will share it out to more people again so they know what's going on. There you go. And consider subscribing if you are new. We've got a bit of a chaos this morning, but we are back. Let me go through all our positions and see what's going on. I've got lots of news to share with you as well. What's happening. We've got live link-ups.
Of everything. It's down 20 today. It was up big yesterday. It sells at 11 times earnings. And what I'm getting at is that maybe at 11 times earnings, if they miss the number, it doesn't go down that much.
Isn't that a moment that investors would be looking for?
Yes.
If you get an earnings miss and the stock doesn't go down,
and that's
then
why
maybe that's a sign.
That should be the most volatile one.
Yeah.
Let's say,
okay, we're going to start hearing from the banks. Now, listen, an expectation that we're going to see the IPO window open again, which
I'm exactly that principle about that. So let me make sure we're all good and everything is running again. It seems to be fine. So we're up and running. Sorry about all the chaos there, but we've taken care of it, so we're all good. Make sure that's good. Right, let me go through all our positions. I've got some news for you as well. Oh, I want that as well. I've got some other news coming in. It's thick and fast. So I'll give you the news after I've just shown you all the stock positions because we got a breaking connection when that happened. All right, so here we go. Let's go over to here. So let's go. Where were we? We showed you that the overall portfolio is down today from that face-ripping rally yesterday. The S&P is selling off, people taking profits just to buy it back. It's absolutely ridiculous. Don't do it. If you do, of course, you're now chasing it on the way down, chasing it on the way up. We explained that in the previous show. Virgin Galactic is going down. I mean, basically, now everything's going to go down once again. Everyone's selling everything again. Even gold selling off. There you go. Gold rallied and now it's being sold as well. There you go. This is exactly what we said in the show this morning. The markets are playing with you and you'll always lose if you try and chase. All we got to do is sit this all out, buy the dip and then hold it. That's it. It's very easy. Next year energy, end phase energy, straight back down. Defensive's going up again. J&J is being sold. What a buy that is. Chevron oil going down. Tesla up yesterday, down today. Crazy trading. Absolutely. Sit out. If you try and follow this, guys, you're going to have a heart attack. You're going to have stress. You're going to be panicking. You're not going to know what to do. So basically you just wait and you buy the dip and hold. That's all you have to do. Tilray going straight back down. There was no value here in the first place and there's no value today. Robinhood straight back down, holding a decent value though. Rocket Lab, Plug Power, $1.15. No trade here at all. The time to buy this was $1.95 to $2.50 over and over again. Cannot touch Plug Power anymore. It's completely broken. You're just gambling if you buy that now. And I wish you the best because people will go, great, I'm going to buy it for $1. But the company's got so much debt, can't refinance now. I wouldn't touch it. It's not a good business opportunity, is it? XRP's going down, but not that much, not compared to the overall situation with the S&P. The Bank America, that's my little bellwether, what I'm following at the moment. That's gone straight back down again. Dear, oh dear, let me come to the comments. Let me see who's here. Hi, everyone. Dylan Wilson. Hang on. I don't think that's Dylan. Isn't Dylan Wilson a member? I don't think that's the real Dylan Wilson. Okay. Let me go members only today, because we just got a little bit fed up with the trolls. So let's go to members only. And there we go. Members only now this morning. We're not going to focus on all of that. Good morning, Kimberly. How are you? Jason, good morning to you. We're back. Yes, we're back. Happy 1 year, Martin and the Lucasades on the Extra channel. Absolutely right. Wonderful, wonderful, isn't it? Let me come back to here. Markets all red again after yesterday. Someone pulled the plug out. Yeah, we're back. YouTube have issues sometimes, and I can actually show you that because people say to me, oh, he's just saying that. Like, yeah, I'm just going to make it up for the sake of it. But you can actually show you All right, because we've got backup power, backup internet, backup streams, backup extra channel. So we've got lots of different sources. But I can show you if anyone's not seen this. This is an app called Speed Test, and you can check for outages. Can you see YouTube went yellow? Can you see that there? Look. Can you see this? This is very important. This is how I know when YouTube is down. AT&T was suffering. Spectrum is okay. That's my right. YouTube went yellow. Now it sometimes goes red for complete outages, but it went yellow showing signs of issues. And that's exactly what happened. Now when you're live like all day every day, then you live through these things. But that's why we have backup everything. So we are oops.
Can I call?
Can you call in? Yeah, you can call in. Members can always call in. Members can always call in. Let me give you the link. You can call in whenever you want. If you want to call in, just tell me you're calling in, and you can absolutely call in. Right. I'm so happy the stream. I'm so happy the stream went down. Well, yeah, of course you would, because you've got nothing else to do. Hello from Cornwall. Hello. Good recovery there, Martin. Yeah, we're all good. We're back. No worries at all. Yeah, we banned the trolls. I do the reverse IP. Simon's calling in from Cornwall. Lovely stuff. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm loving it. Let me put him in the green room. Let me go over to guest spot number 1. Beautiful Cornwall. There you go. Guest spot number 1, live on the show from Cornwall. Simon.
Yeah, this is my trading office for today.
Yep, you're in my back garden. There's my home. Yep. Yep. I live right there on the coast.
Oh, but what part of Cornwall am I in?
You're in Newquay, mate. You're in Newquay.
I'm in Newquay, is what you said?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
I know where you are. My house is right on the coast, next to the castle. There you go. Good stuff. What a beautiful day it is too. Are you having a nice time?
Marvellous time. We're thinking about relocating to Cornwall.
Yes. It's a wonderful part of the country, isn't it? We might be neighbours. You never know. Absolutely wonderful. What a beautiful day. Fresh air. You're on the coast there. It looks like you're down there by the Headland Hotel where the Beatles filmed A Hard Day's Night. It looks like you're on the coast there. Atlantic Hotel up on the reach there. Very nice indeed. Is that the Headland Hotel? Yes, it is. There you go. It's like a castle. Wonderful. Great stuff. Thank you very much for calling in and let us know where you are, Simon. I'll let you get back to it. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. See you later.
See you later, mate. Absolutely wonderful. There you go. People love to call in and share their stories with us. We love that. So if you ever want to call in and share where you are and what's going on, or ask a quick question, you're always welcome to be part of the show. All right. Okay. Now the market is going back up as fast as it went down. Hopefully you didn't chase it and lose all your money, but let's see what you did. Okay. Hello, Lucas Aids. Zach is here. How are you, Zach? Lovely to have you here. Why so many trolls today? Well, like we explained before, they lose their money, they get upset. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Got his name right last time. Click the like button, folks. Because Martyn was up big time and the trolls didn't like it. Yeah, probably. Martyn, XRP is the XRP is the XRP ETF that launched on Tuesday. It's a 2x XRP ETF. Apparently did really well upon launch. I honestly have not seen that. I don't know anything about it. Sensei will talk about it on Sunday, I'm sure. If we've just launched that, I didn't hear about that. Sensei will talk about it on Sunday. Every Sunday on this show, 3 p.m. Central, and sometimes Sensei calls into a show. Sensei will cover that, and I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about that. But I'm not familiar with it, so I wanted just to say, I haven't got a clue, but I will put you in touch with Sensei. 3 p.m. Sunday, you can talk to Sensei about that, and I'm sure he'll be very happy to share that with you. All right, yes, we are back. My stocks are dropping, 18 cents on the bell. No, what's going on? Jeffrey Diamond, how you doing? All this drama, time for a cup of tea and sleep cake. All right, hopefully Apple. We're in members only mode, and what we're doing, every time that we have to raise the bar for security and trollness, we just add extra measures. So now we're only sharing on the screen members' comments. It's a perk I've just designed in the last 10 seconds. I'm only sharing comments on the screen that are members, because they try to get comments on the screen and I'm not doing it. So if I don't read out your comment, it's because you're not a member. There are so many comments now. I'm only sharing comments that are members in members or non-members mode. I'm only sharing members' comments on the screen. Okay, it's not your right for me to read every comment out, but I do it, and I will make sure I do it for members only from now on. So that's another level raised. Kazansky, happy Apple. Good morning to you, Sandra John. Good morning, Martyn and the Martyn family. Thank you. Stay safe, stay well. Ed Nevius. Good morning, family. Love and blessings to everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Good stuff. Alex, I'm still waiting for your response on the extra channel. I'm still waiting for your response on the extra channel. I am a member. What do you mean, my response? Sandra, what does that mean? I don't understand. You're waiting for my response. What do you mean? I'm waiting for my response. This is the extra channel, live right now. I don't see you commenting here. This is live comments. I can't comment on both channels at the same time. Now, I know I comment on every comment, but I can't comment on every comment on both channels at the same time. I mean, I do more than most, but that would be pretty crazy, right? So, Sandra, you've not made a comment in the extra channel, and I don't offer the service that I'm going to respond on both channels at the same time. I really can't do that. But there you go, Sandra. So I'm not sure I understand what you mean about your comment. You're not actually on extra. If you want the link to extra, the link is in the top. It's pinned to the top. That's where we are now. Trump effect equals chaos. Get used to it. Yes, it is. Now we understand how he works. We can work with that. Good morning, Martyn. Thank you. Always the voice of reason. You're welcome. We're back. Yes, indeed. Sit patiently. Sandra, he'll get back to you. Hang on. Yeah, I answer all questions, Sandra, but I don't know what you mean. Please rephrase it. No room for emotion in trading. Absolutely. I would say just invest and invest on numbers, period. Think we will see a green close? I think it's highly likely, actually, Mark. Hello, Martyn. Good to see you today. Welcome. What a roller coaster. Yes, indeed it is. You'll need to plant some trees. You'll need to plant some trees. What do you mean by that? Oh, hang on.
Jerry and Elba donated $5 through a super chat. Please sing Life is But a Dream tomorrow. Thank you, Martyn.
It's in. It's booked. It shall be done. Yes, it shall be done. Coffee and proper Cornish pasties. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes. Oh, I could. You want to go to the fish and chip shop. You want to get proper fish and chips. You only get those in Cornwall. Good morning, Martyn and family. Good morning, Dennis, Keith. There you go. Good morning. I replied yesterday to Sandra, but didn't have a reply back. Tried to help. Yes, I don't know. I don't know. There we go. Some of the trolls actually pay to become members now. So, who knows? Here we go. I joined, but it's still saying I'm not. I use my desktop to join. Sandra, you have joined this channel. They're completely separate channels. If you can't comment in the extra channel, it's because you're not a member of the extra channel. They are two separate channels. You subscribe to both for free, and you can become a member on each. Okay? It's 99 cents.
Rodney Fletcher donated $1 Canadian through a super chat.
Thank you, Rodney. If you have become a member on the extra channel, and this is it's pinned to the top right now. If you go there, and here is the extra channel link as well. If you look there now, you'll see the chat. It's members only, and the fact that you can't comment would suggest you're not a member. All right. So there you go. Cornish jam on cream teas. I love it. Piano Man tomorrow, family. Yes, indeed. In England, England needs more trees. Yes, definitely. Everywhere needs more trees. Everyone needs more trees. Ah, Kimberly. Extra. Yes, just checking I am in the right place. There you are, Kimberly. Yeah, Kimberly was asking earlier. She was saying to me, am I actually a member on Extra? Kimberly, you are a member because there's your badge, and you wouldn't be able to chat if you wasn't. So you are definitely a badge. It's the 1 year today, so best day to become a member on Extra because you are in the anniversary club every year. So there you go. Right then. Donald Trump just posted inflation is down. Yes, it is. Inflation is down. Absolutely right. We just covered it live on the show. So let me bring you all the news now because we've been doing lots of comments and questions today. And now we need to focus on the actual news. So let's do that. So first of all, here we go. Here's the news. We covered this morning live. CPI comes in cooler than expected in March before tariff turmoil heats up. So basically what we're going to get now is a rate cut. So if you bought using margin, it's just about to get a lot cheaper. So hopefully you bought the dip. Hopefully you didn't allow the emotions to take over, and when it all rallied up, you take your profits and scramble around in the dirt under the king's table. You hopefully held your positions because Wall Street is trying to get you to sell it so it buys it back. It's ridiculous. And if you bought like we did at the bottom, you're way up anyway, and margin is about to get a lot cheaper. This is good. Very good. Now, remember, when the Fed cut rates, what does it mean? Well, it means interest rates come down for those borrowing money, mortgages, car loans, margin, but it also gives a cooler and a warmer, a better environment to those starting new businesses. So you'll see lots more of IPOs, you'll see lots more MMAs, mergers and acquisitions. You'll see all of these things and you'll see the market rally once again. So remember, bull markets last longer than bear markets. Bull markets are stronger than bear markets, and you just have to stay in the game. And what we had just today gave you the greatest opportunity for a decade. All right, so the headline consumer price index unexpectedly edged down in March in a reading of inflation before President Trump announced a sweeping round of tariffs on April the 2nd. CPI slipped 0.1 month on month compared with a 0.2 increase in February and weaker than 0.1 consensus. According to data released by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics on Thursday, on a year-on-year basis, the inflation measures rose 2.4 versus the 2.6% consensus and a 2.8 prior. The month-over-month movement reflected a 6.3% drop in the index for gasoline, which more than offset increases in the indexes for electricity and natural gas. The food index rose 0.4 month-over-month, with the food at home index rising 0.5% and the food away from home index increased 0.4% during the month. Core CPI, which strips out volatile food and energy prices, increased by 0.1 month-over-month in March, also slower than the 0.3 plus consensus and plus 0.2 in February. That translates to a 2.8 year-on-year versus 3% consensus and a 3.1 price. This is fantastic.
Jerry and Elba donated $7 through a super chat. For any song Zach Zite want.
Oh my God. So Zach Zate has got a free song. Stacey has got a free song tonight. This is absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much, Jerry and Elba. Can't thank you enough for that. And that's not tonight, sorry. That's tomorrow night on the party channel. What day are we today? It's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah. So this is really, really great, folks. Trump's plan is working. Energy prices are falling, which is causing lower transportation costs, while shelter inflation continues to moderate. Seeking Alpha analyst Damir Tokic current tariffs in place are unlikely to affect the inflation significantly over the next 3 months during the negotiations, and this is positive for the stock market. Yes, so the market is selling off today so it can buy back. It's scaring you. Retail investors are going, oh my God, what's going on? And our job is not to tell you to tell you the market is going to zero, and our job is not, unless it was, of course, and it's also not telling you to buy, you're all going to get rich in 5 minutes. Our job, my job, self-imposed, my job, is to tell you how to invest wisely and buy when it's oversold and undervalued and remain in, because you know the value of your positions. You don't want to be scrambling in the dirt. You want to be the king of your table and hold your positions when they are of value, and they are of value. However, investors may not be looking at the CPI this morning as they continue to digest the ever-shifting tariff developments. That's right, they're not paying attention. They're selling the market. And I tell you what, if it carries on going down, I shall be buying more, because this was a very, very good report today. And I won't be buying yet. I'll just show you where I'll be buying, and I'll be on the phone before I buy as well. We have to look at this. This is where I'll buy. This is where I'll buy. I will not buy any more until we go down there. Now, we have to crash all the way back down there. And we had a $36,000 swing yesterday. I don't see that happening at all, because Wall Street wants you to sell off. It wants you to dump all your positions, but it also doesn't want to be out of the market when it starts to go up. So they're playing with you. They're playing silly buggers. And there is only one winner. The investors who understand and don't take any notice of all the nonsense. We're not playing the game. We're not going to get involved. But if you do drive it down, more, I am ready to buy. I'm not going to be margin called. Absolutely not. Inflation is coming down. Margin is coming down, as in margin cost is coming down. I've already negotiated down to 4. If it goes down again with inflation, I'll get my margin down to 3. So you carry on. You play silly buggers all you want, but get ready for another face-ripping rally. So buy if you're not in, but if you did buy with us, you're already in, and you don't want to be chasing this, right? I mean, it's pretty much common sense. Anyway, no one's paying attention. No one's paying attention to the CPI. They're all focused on selfishness and greed and sending everything down the toilet so they can buy it back. The cooler than expected inflation may provide a smidge of relief for Federal Reserve policymakers. Rates coming down. Said Brian Coulton, chief economist at Fitch Ratings, the decline in core inflation in March will definitely be welcomed by the Fed, particularly as it was evident in both core and services components. But we know firms have been sucking in huge amounts of imports in January and February in advance of tariff hikes. So the shock to consumer goods price from tariff hikes is not reflected yet. And when it does, it's transitory, be one-off and go down. We now know, and that's my next story in a moment, I'm going to come on to all the other things to do with what the UK are doing, what China is doing, so stand by for that. Greg McBride, chief financial analyst at Bankrate, noticed a faster pace in rent and owners, equivalent rent during March, and a welcome drop in auto insurance. The overall 0.2 increase in shelter costs was deceiving, he said, because lodging costs fell 3.5% during the month. Both rent and owners equivalent rent increase at a faster than desired pace again. And don't expect a drop in auto insurance to continue. A rare but perhaps short-lived bit of good news was the monthly decline in auto insurance, down by 0.8%. However, it is still 7.5% higher than 1 year ago, and if vehicles and their components get more expensive as the year progresses, so too will insurance premiums rise. With hotter than desired inflation keeping the Fed from cutting rates further for the past 2 meetings, the prospect of a further uptick could keep them there even if signs of economic weakness begin to materialize, said McBride. Okay, thank you very much indeed for that. Let me come back over here. The markets are now selling quickly. We're not doing anything, of course. We're just waiting for it to go a lot lower before we do. Remember, when you see my portfolio now, as we grow, the swings are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's okay. I've said to you, you're going to witness live on this show a $1 million trade. I will do $1 million in and $1 million out. It's just a matter of time because as my portfolio gets bigger, my numbers get bigger, the swings get bigger. It's like Warren Buffett loses hundreds of millions in a day. It's the way this works. So I am quite okay with that. Poor man, rich man, Jerry Nelba, we love you guys. Good afternoon, James 007. We're now sharing all members only comments on the screen. We will be in members only mode or we'll be in general public mode, but we're only sharing comments on the screen that are members as of now, as of today. The channel is growing faster and faster and faster. We've got over 1,000 members. They want their comments answered and we're focusing on members. That is it. More and more. This channel is not about selling videos. It's not about trying to make the most money to get the most viewers. It's about providing the best service. And we're growing faster and faster because we know and understand that the value is our members and the value is proper research, proper journalism, entertainment, fun, positivity, engagement. That's what you want. That's why you join. That's why I built this. So more and more we focus on that. This is Major Tom to ground control. I am dipping my biscuits in my tea. What? My auto insurance went up? You didn't realise? Zach, the River of Dreams. We asked Martyn to learn, but he hasn't. God bless him. He's been busy. Zach, the River of Dreams. We asked that. I haven't had a chance to learn that. I've learned many of your songs, Jerry and Elba, and I will learn them all in time. But it takes time to learn songs as well as be online 12 hours a day and live and sleep and everything else. So it takes some time. Dennis Keith, appreciate you bringing us the news in an actually entertaining way. Dennis Keith, that's a very nice thing to say. I appreciate that. I saved on insurance by switching to the Gecko. Yes. I'm amazed, actually, that the people in America, most people actually use agents. I never use an agent. I think that's silly. I go online and buy it directly on the website. I've always done that, and I shop around. I use lots of different softwares to find the best insurance. And my car insurance in England is £200, which is $250 a year. A year, fully comprehensive. People pay double that a month in the US. It's incredible how much money people waste. I'm amazed. It's a rich nation, but people waste more money in America than I've ever lost. It's incredible the amount of money that people waste. It's beyond me. When I first came to America, my internet, my internet provider was $130. I went to Leah. I said, is that a year? She went, that's a month. I said, $130. Isn't this the country of the internet? I know the first computer was invented in England, but people claim they invented the internet in America, and they didn't actually. But we won't argue that. But this is the land of the internet, right? And it's the .com and all the rest of it. Everywhere else has to be something else. And $130 for the internet. I mean, it was the gig up, gig down. It was the best service, of course. They were cheaper. And obviously I want the best service, so I went with the fastest service, because for me, that's a priority above the cost, right? So I went with that. And I said, this is ridiculous. I said, I'm going to get this down. She said, well, you can't. It's $130. I said, I'm going to get it down. I'm absolutely 100% going to get it down. And I have. And what I've done is every 12 months, I say I'm leaving and I say I'm cancelling my contract, and I get the price down. Guess how much I'm paying now for the same 1 gig up, 1 gig down? 8 years later. How much? Started 130. I'm now paying $65 a month for my 1 gig up, 1 gig down. I'm now paying less than others are paying for like 4 megs, right? 1,000 megs, one gig. You've got to negotiate. You've got to talk to people. You've got to get your prices down, because in America, it's a rich country and they will take advantage because most people are rich. Well, not saying most people are rich, but you're richer compared to other countries, and most people will pay the price and they don't care. They just don't care. I cannot believe people don't even look at that stuff. It beyonds me. But I negotiate every single year for all of my services, whether it's my alarm system or my security systems or whatever it might be, everything. And my bills don't go up with inflation. They go down every single year. But you have to play hardball. You have to say, I'm cancelling, and go through with it. You can't just ring up and go, I'm cancelling, I want a discount. They'll go, well, you can't have one. I cancel. And then they come back with a lower price. During the 30-day cancellation, period, they come back to me and say, okay, because they're making a fortune. Because there's other people who don't do that, who will pay the higher prices on your behalf. So most people won't check. Most people don't care. Most people will pay. I told you that we've got family members that pay double what we pay in electric, because they like to stay with where they were 20 years ago, or 50 years ago in this case. It's nuts. So you've got to negotiate. You've got to cancel, and you've got to go through with it. You've got to go through with it.
Jerry and Elba donated $5 through a super chat. Can you sing In the Misty Moonlight by Jerry Wallace?
No, I don't, but I'm writing it down now. Another request from you guys. Okay, let me write it down. So I am copying this onto my list of songs. Notes. There we go. Misty Moonlight, that's written down. I've got a big list of songs to learn. I'm always learning them, but you're giving me more than I can learn. I mean, it's incredible, which is nice. I appreciate it, but you have to have patience if you are doing that. All right. So there you go. You have to do that, folks. You have to negotiate. You have to understand how it works. The market's selling off really, really quick now. Get ready for another face-ripping rally. Martyn, give us the best. He's an honest man. Love. Sandra John, you are welcome. Pay to play. Not really. You can watch the shows for free. It's all for free. But if you want to have your comment on the screen, you have to be a member. Yeah. Stacey. We appreciate everything you do for us. I unsubscribed to all other channels and now only have this one. I only hear the truth here. Feel like I belong to and take care of us. Absolutely. You're the family. We are a family. We have our ups and downs. We have our disagreements. We discuss it all on the show. We have difference of opinions. We're different people from different nations, different languages, and different ideas, different religions, if you want to go that far. And we all, come together. But unlike countries blowing each other up, this family always resolves our issues. The other day, me and Stacey had a fallout on the show. We resolved it. We got it sorted, and we can move on. And we're always friends, and we're always supporting and helping each other. And we just move forward, always moving forward. And always winning too. Poor man, well said. Thank you. Stacey, thank you. Buy term life invest. Buy term life invest the difference. Buy term life invest. I'm not sure what that is, Stacey. I'm not sure what that is. If you want to call in, if anyone wants to call in, by the way, I'll open the phone line up again. The phone line is always open when I say it's open, and I'm saying it's open right now. So if you want to call in now, you can call in and ask me a question, be on the show. You have to be a member. You have to put in the chat you're calling in as a member, and you can be live on the show. Good afternoon, Stacey. Hi, Stacey. How you doing? I have been here, just have not commented. Hi, everyone. There you go. Yeah, Stacey, a lot of people actually watch and you don't know they're watching. If you are wanting to see if your friend or favorite person is in the chat, do the @ sign and you can see. It's how I can see who's watching. I have a bit of software which tells me who's watching, so I know who's good and bad, who's watching. Even if they don't comment, I know who's watching. I always know who's watching. So that's how you can do it. Good morning. Is life insurance really worth it though? I mean, I'm single, so I feel I wouldn't be worth it. Well, the purpose of life insurance is for other people you're protecting. There's no point insuring yourself if it's only you. No. If you're a single person and you cover yourself on insurance, then when you die, it pays to your estate. Then it goes to your loved ones. But if you don't have anyone to leave it to, then there's no point. I am a strong believer in that. You only insure yourself to protect your loved ones because they will miss you when you're gone and they'll miss your income. Sounds horrible, but it's true. If you are the man that pays the bills and you die and your wife would miss you, but should also lose your income, right? So you have insurance. But if you are single and you're on your own and there's nobody you want to leave your estate to, because remember, it goes to your estate, so you might not think you have somebody to leave it to, but you might have next of kin, you might just not get on with them, it will go to them. But of course, if you don't have a will and it'll be done through, it'll be, a lot of the money will be wasted because it will be taxed differently than if you'd had a will and if you'd set up trusts and so on and so forth. But we all have an estate. So if you die and you've not done a will and you've made no preparations, you will lose a lot of money doing that, but it will go into your estate and it will go to somebody. If there is no one to give it to you, if you have no next of kin or you have no will, eventually it goes back into the system. So, there's no point insuring yourself if you don't care and there's no one to send it to and you don't care about leaving an estate to anyone, including a charity or a trust. If you don't have that, then why insure yourself? I totally agree. It's a complete waste of money. But if you do have loved ones to protect, Stacey does, so having insurance is important because that way you do cover those losses. However, I will say again, insurance in America is a racket. You've got to be very, very, very selective. Remember, insurance companies and assurance companies, because assurance is a guaranteed thing. Insurance is not a guaranteed thing. Insurance on a car, assurance on a life, because you are going to die, but your car might not crash, okay? They are not there to help you. Obviously, I know that might come as a big surprise to some people, but in fact, insurance companies and assurance companies like Wall Street, like Standard & Poor's, like hedge funds, they're not there for you. They are businesses and they make money and they have to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a bad thing. They have to make money for the business. So when people die or there's car accidents or when people need insurance, they have the profit, and that is an important word, to pay to those people. And they do it in such a way that they make more money than they pay out. Insurances that are well managed and well funded, not the bad ones, but the good ones, make sure they make more money. And it's not a bad thing, but they are making money out of you for those that they need to pay out. If they didn't make any money, they couldn't pay out the ones that need the insurance. So it's not bad to think they're taking advantage of you, because if they don't take advantage of you, they can't reward you. They have to, okay? But what I'm saying is you need to shop around. I've never met anyone yet, and I live in an area that there's lots of millionaires and billionaires, right? And I've not met one of them, not one. And I talk about my friends all the time, but I've not met one who doesn't waste money. They all waste money on insurance. People overpay all the time. And again, a lot of people who are rich don't care. They care about money, but their time is worth more than it takes to find a better source, right? So if you're earning billions and you don't want to spend an hour on the phone negotiating your car insurance, all right? However, there are apps that do it for you. I use an app for lots of different things and I'm always switching from one to the other. Most people can't be bothered. And remember, it's not what you earn that makes you rich, it's what you don't spend. that makes you rich. And most rich people I know overpay for insurance. And they're okay because they make more money doing other stuff, but they still waste money. I don't waste money, never waste money. So in America, because there is so much money here, insurance companies like healthcare can rip you off. It's insane that most medicines are made in America, and in England, we get them for 80% less than you pay for them in America. How nuts is that? That's why we have free healthcare. I mean, yes, we pay for it out of the tax, but you've got to be a bit more efficient when you're giving it for free, all right? Yes, we pay for it out of taxes, but if you're going to give free healthcare away, you've got to make sure that you don't waste money. In America, a lot of money gets wasted. I mean, it does. I've got one of my friends nearby down the road who pays $1,000 a month for car insurance. $1,000 a month. Has he got a Bugatti Veyron? No, just drives a Tesla. But it's like $1,000 a month. I pay $250 a year on a BMW in England. I mean, think about that. Just think about that. And why? First of all, people wouldn't pay it because they just couldn't pay it. People just wouldn't. I mean, it's why I've said before that in Europe and in the UK, people don't want big trucks that do 12 miles per gallon. No one wants a truck in England. People that buy big trucks in England they collect American memorabilia. They like the big truck, the cowboy hat. They like the whole American thing, and it's nice. But for your day-to-day vehicle, you wouldn't do it. You want a car that does 60 miles per gallon, not 12, because of our taxing system on the fuel and so on and so forth. So it doesn't actually make any sense to have a truck in England. When Trump says America, England and Europe doesn't want our trucks and our cars, well, why? If you're driving around Switzerland up the Alps, or you're going through Italy or France or country lanes in Cornwall, right? You want a car that has a specific type of suspension, not a leaf suspension like they have in America. I mean, the car would just it'd be like that. It'd be crashing into the hedge. You know, those big land yachts, the big Chevrolets, those big Buicks, they just float. They're great for a highway in America, but they're no good nipping around country lanes, which are half the size. It wouldn't work. So no one wants them. It's not that they're bad. It's just no one wants a really heavy gas guzzler in Europe. They just don't. I see more and more people in this area actually buying Mini Coopers. I see people buying BMWs. They want an agile or a fuel-efficient vehicle. So, you know, you could make, Dodge Rams and Ford F-150s for $1. I still wouldn't buy one in England. I'd have one here because it's a straight line, it's cheap fuel, whatever. But in England, I wouldn't buy one. It'd be silly, pointless. Anyway, there you go. So don't waste money on insurance. Here we go. So many options. You need to research. I am certified for life insurance. Oh, this is interesting. Stacey, you should call in. I'd love to talk to you about insurance. I've got a lot of experience in insurance, and obviously you are a certified agent, so you know a lot about insurance. I would love to speak to you about that. So if you call in, that'd be awesome. Here's the link to call in. I'd love to get your thoughts on life insurance and car insurance. So, but you need to make sure you're not getting screwed on fees and on all. Yes, there you go. Stacey's dead right. Now, Stacey sells insurance. Sorry, I don't know if she sells insurance, but she's certified. She's certified for life insurance. Okay, so she understands it. I don't know if she's an agent selling it, but she's telling you right there, get screwed on fees and all the BS and the details. Absolutely right, and that's coming from the horse's mouth. So I'm telling you from experience. Have spent years talking to network people who try and make friends with me to promote their insurance. And also I've owned and bought and driven cars all over the world. So I know how insurance works, even though I'm not certified like Stacey is. I've got, experience of it. So there you go. That's coming from two angles. You've got to make sure your bills come down. If your bills don't come down, You're just wasting money anyway. Anyway, people get raked over it all the time, and it's sad that people are not helping other people by saving them money to put into families and still getting them covered. That's right. Having insurance at the right price is a good idea to protect your family. Absolutely right. There you are. House of Representatives are streaming live. Let's have a little look. Let's see if it's trending. Let's see if it's important. No, it's not on the terminals. There's nothing really, nothing major going on there. I don't know if it's relevant. No, not really. Thank you for letting us know, but it's not most important today. Good morning, Martyn. Good morning to you. A bit off topic, but are your thoughts on rights? Well, we could talk for hours on that, Samuel. Rights are a good investment when you've made some money on growth. You tend to find older people will buy rights because they've made money and they've grown their portfolio and now they want to earn an income. Now, I'm not there yet, but I also won't ever be there because I don't want an income. I will borrow my income. I look at this very differently, and I'll explain that in another video. But rights are good later in life, but you have to build a growth portfolio first. But land is always a good thing, but you got to grow first. And you don't want to be taking dividends when you've got an income, do you? This is what I don't understand, why people focus on dividends. Dividends is great when you need the income. What you want to do now is focus on acquiring more stock, not just making income. Income in your main account is taxable. Your IRA is free, of course, but the job when you're young is to build a portfolio, own as much of the stock, of much of the business as you can, not focus on how much money I can get out of it, how much of the pie can I get. That is what's important. American SUV and trucks are literally can't fit on the road in other countries. Literally, the lanes are too small. That's the reason they don't sell. Exactly. We've said this over and over again. And Donald Trump knows that anyway. He's been to Scotland. He plays golf in Scotland. He knows how narrow the roads are. So this whole thing with American, people won't buy American trucks. Well, they're not going to. It doesn't matter how cheap they are. They're never going to buy. Why would you buy a truck that does 12 miles per gallon when you can buy a vehicle that carries stuff like a transit van, right? Which will do like 35, 40 miles per gallon, and it fits the roads, and it still has the same load capacity, and it has a roof. And the point is, and this is why vans are more popular in the UK and Europe, because it rains a lot. And if you've got a van, it's got a roof and doors. You don't have to climb on the back of a truck like a cowboy. It doesn't serve a purpose, all right? You open the back of the van, you put your stuff in the back, you close the door, it's undercover. It's protected from being stolen. It's protected from the rain. You can carry more stuff than you can carry in a truck, and you can do it at 35 miles per gallon rather than 12. So it's and it fits the roads. So you're never going to get the F-150 even sell 1% of the Ford Transit. It absolutely will never, ever happen. The thing is, the Ford F-150 is an American icon. It looks cool if you want to look like a cowboy. If you want to, and that's nothing wrong with that. I love all that, right? Here, if I want to have an American day, I get a truck, I'll put a cowboy hat on, Leah will dress up as a cheerleader, and we'll go down the road, the all-American couple, have a flag flying. It's great. That's great. It's all American. It's all fantastic. We love it. Nothing wrong with that. But if I want to carry stuff and I don't want it stolen and I don't want it to get wet and I want it to do it cheaper and I want to do it so it works, I'll buy a Ford Transit. So, you know, I think, I don't know, but when I talk to people in Texas and Dallas who own trucks, when I ask them why you'd buy a truck over a transit van, because you can buy transit vans in America, right? I say, why do you buy the truck? It's because they like it. And when I say to them, but you can put more stuff in the transit van and it won't get stolen and it's got a roof and it's got a lower bed so it's easier to get it in and it's cheaper to run on fuel and it's cheaper for insurance, they go, yeah, I agree, but I don't like the look. And there it is. They like how it looks. And a truck in America is a symbol of Americanism. They like it. That's fine. That's why people all around me wear cowboy hats and they wear cowboy boots. I don't like wearing cowboy boots. I find them uncomfortable. I prefer to go barefoot or a pair of Crocs, whatever, or a pair of leather shoes if I'm going out. I don't see the point of cowboy boots, but I didn't grow up with the heritage and the history, so I don't want to look like my dad. I don't have the desire to look like my dad, like my granddad, who rode a horse, who wore a cowboy hat. That's why we do it. And that's why people in England play football, because their dad played football. Their dad supported Manchester United. Their dad supported Liverpool. In America, their dad supported the Dallas Cowboys and he wore a cowboy hat, and we like to follow our family. It's not right or wrong. It's what we do. It's all over the world. People follow what their parents did. They rebel, but generally speaking, you go with what's normal because you want to fit in. You want to conform, right? That's it. And people like to have a big truck because it makes them feel like everybody else. Technically, it doesn't make any sense because if you look at a transit van and a truck, the transit van wins on speed, power, capacity, efficiency, performance, security, rain, insurance, cost, but it doesn't look cool. No one in America likes a transit van. We love them in the UK, because we looked at the A-Team. Now, if suddenly the A-Team came back and they had a big van, remember the A-Team? That's an American thing. If the A-Team came back with a resurgence and it was back on the telly, people would start getting black vans with red stripes like the A-Team. Remember the A-Team, B.A. Baracus and all that lot? They would all start buying them again. But people like the symbol of America. And the symbol of America is a truck. People love trucks. Not so much in New York, but definitely down here in Texas. All right? So it's not because it's better. It's because the roads are straight. They're automatics. And see, another thing, people like automatics. In America, people like automatics. I said to Lee, we're not driving anywhere, which is, what do you mean? Of course we are. I said, we're not. We're floating. If you want to drive, you change gears. You have a stick. You want to go through Italy up the Alps, like Michael Schumacher, you're changing gears, you're sliding the back end around, you're driving. I used to own a BMW Z3 3-litre Sport. I took it round the Nürburgring. I can go round sideways. I can do all of this. I've got gears. I'm driving my car. I'm in connection with the gearbox. I feel the momentum, right? You don't have that with an automatic. You just sit there. Well, if you want to sit on a highway for 6 hours and drive in a straight line in a truck, that's great. I want to go around bends. There's no bends. Where I live, there's no bends. I used to have a BMW 5 Series. I used to have an M Series too years ago. And I would love that car again. But it's to going round corners. It's just straight lines. So now I love my automatic. Well, I haven't got one. Leah's got one. She's got an automatic car. I love it because when we go out and we drive down to Dallas, it's just a straight line. I don't want to be changing gears. I just straight. So, that's why people love automatics. But of course, they're not actually driving anywhere. They're just floating everywhere. And when I took my driving test in Dallas about 7 years ago, I couldn't believe it because in the UK, I'd done an advanced driving course on a car and a bike and a HGV. I had a lorry license, not a truck as in a F-150. I had a lorry license. You see my big lorry, which I toured with one night in Vegas. I had a big 7.5 tons lorry. I had a license for that. I had an advanced motorcycle license, which I learned with the RAF Outriders, Royal Air Force, and I had an advanced driving license for my car. So I can drive on a skid pan, I can drive in the snow, I can drive on ice, up hills, whatever, hill starts, using gears, all these skills and stuff like that. So when I did my driving license test, I get fanatical about it, right? I get really fanatical. I was studying the highway code in America, and then you can do all the mock test online because you do a technical test, right? And I did the test over and over and over and over again because I wanted 100%. Leah says you've only got to get an 80%. I said, I don't care. I want 100%. I want every single question. So I kept, there's like an online video and it keeps doing all the questions. And I kept playing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. 100%. I thought, I'm going to ace this. I said, I'm an advanced motorcyclist and I'm an advanced driver and I've got a HGV license. I want to 100% it. So I did. I 100%ed the theory, right? Got every single question right. I would have been really annoyed if I got one wrong, right? So then I did the driving test, and this is where it all went wrong. It went wrong really badly, right? So went down the driving test, and I'm in an automatic, because we have an automatic, right? Because that's what everyone drives. And I went to the driving test. The guy comes out, and he says, all right, drive out of here, turn right, round the back, and we did a square. It was like a 15-minute driving test, and we went out there, turn right, down the highway, round the back, pulled in, parked, came out of a parking space, came round, backed up, went in, and that was it. And I said, is that it? He said, yep, you passed. I went, I passed? He said, yeah, you passed. I said, I didn't do a 3-point turn. I didn't do a hill start. Well, he said, there aren't any hills. I said, I know, but I didn't demonstrate any level of skill whatsoever. I said, it was like being in a bumper car, like an electric, like, you know, the bumper cars at the fair. I just went, I didn't go anywhere. I went round and round, came back. He said, well, that's it. You demonstrated an adequate ability to maneuver. That was his actual words. I said, but I didn't do anything. I didn't provide any level of skill. I could have done it with my eyes closed. I didn't do anything. He said, that's the driving test in Texas. That's why there's so many fender benders. Be very careful. It's not difficult to pass. He said, congratulations. And I showed him my driver's license in the UK. I said, look, I got an. He said, yeah, this wouldn't be difficult. I said, I did a motorcycle course with the RAF, the Royal Air Force. I went, it's just however, this is why there's so many crashes. He said, well, crashes all the time. I said, this is not very good because people don't know how to drive. They know how to float in a straight line. There's no nighttime driving test. There's no driving in the dark. There's no snow test, nothing. It's just drive. It's like straight lines, came back in again. I went, okay. So I came back and Leah went, great, you passed. She wasn't even excited, right? In England, when you pass, everyone gets excited because it's like, you just done something really great. She went, yeah. I was like, well, I passed. Yeah, I knew you'd pass. I said, yeah, but I didn't know I'd passed. I was all excited, thinking you were going to get excited. She went, you've just passed. I mean, of course you're going to pass. What do you mean, of course you're going to pass? It shouldn't be just everyone passes and only the blind man who drives into the tree fails. I mean, how low is the standard? She said, that's just how it is, you know. And then she got all upset because I'm going, well, that's rubbish. Well, that's how it is in America. I said, yeah, but you got to have a level of standard. That's just like flipping stupid. Why even bother turning up? It's like when they give all those prizes at school now. Everyone comes back with a prize going, I won. What did you win? They call it a participation trophy. Everyone wins. It's like when I asked Leah about what's graduation day? Everyone graduates. What do you mean everyone graduates? Well, everyone passes. He says, yeah, everyone. How can everyone pass?
Matthew Booley donated 45 Danish kroner through a super chat. China seems to be responding live to the tariffs right now. Sorry, not a member yet, will be soon.
Oh, Matthew. China seems to be responding to the tariffs right now. Let me see. Let me check all the news. So I said, what do you mean everyone passes? I don't see anything on the Bloomberg wire. I don't see anything on CNBC. Let me go and check my other feeds. Let me just check my other live calls. I'm not worried about it at all, by the way. Whatever they do, it doesn't matter. We've already won. CP, no, that's all the same. Nothing there. Let me go and check over here a minute. Okay, There's nothing tangible. I'm sure people are tweeting all sorts of stuff, but there's nothing really exciting. I'm checking all the wires, and there's nothing being texted to me, emailed me. I've got multiple, hundreds of sources. But anyway, let me come back to the comments. So I thought you'd find all that funny. I don't know how we got onto that subject. It was about cars, wasn't it? Anyway, this is the purpose of this show, folks, to keep you entertained, have some fun. You don't always need to be on the pulse, what's going on and all the rest of it. You need to be fully aware that you don't need to react to every single thing, trade every single thing, and all the rest of it. Anyway, we've got a link in the chat if you want to call in. If you want to call in, you have to let me know you're calling in, and I'll bring you onto the show, okay? Hello, let me just read some of the comments that I might have missed. Where did I get up to? Okay, let's have a look. As a blue-collar worker, the transit is useful for stage, but if you have anything larger than ladders, it's not very user-friendly. Now, that's true. That is true. Whereas a truck, it can come out the back of the truck. You are right there. That's what a roof rack is for. That's why you put things on the top, but you're absolutely right. Alex is calling in. Alex is calling in. He wants to have a say today. Let me put him in there. I'll come on to you in a moment, Alex. I like my Ultima because it's paid for. Yes, the car you've got, the car you own and paid for is the one you want. But the A-Team's van was cool. There you go. I have a truck and a 7-seater SUV. There you go. That's because he's made so much bloody money investing in oil. We can buy 2 cars. I used to have several cars years ago. I had too many. I was an idiot. I had about... How many did I have? I had the lorry, the Transit, the Escort, Ford Escort. No, was it an Escort? Yeah, it was an Escort. The BMW 5 Series and the 10 litre 3. I had 5 cars. At one point, I had 5 vehicles. That's the very definition of being an idiot. There you go. My motorhome is a Transit van base. There you go. There you go. And when those damn huge trucks ride your ass, it's bad. I hate it. There you go. Mike's American, and he doesn't like the big trucks up his ass. The Transit van has 180,000 variations. Oh, bloody hell, does it? I suppose if you, times... Yeah, hang on. I got some breaking news about this. Here we go. Here we go. I knew I'd get it first. Oh, yes, I get it before anyone. I always do. This is just out 10 seconds ago. Let me just double check it. Yes. Yeah, news isn't covering it. Okay, breaking news, folks. Here we go. You get this before anyone. I promise you won't see it on CNBC, Bloomberg, or anyone yet. It's just on the wire, and they have to process it before they can do it. They can't possibly beat me to this. Right, here we go. The White House is fielding tariff offers from 15 countries. NEC Chief Hassett says the White House is fielding offers on tariff deals with 15 countries and is closing in on pacts with some of those governments. National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett said Thursday. This was just out a few seconds ago. The market is reacting. It's going up. And more for you if you sold out. More for you if you tried to chase it. Just enjoy being in the bottom and let markets play out. I don't understand it. On the day we got inflation going down, now we're getting some good news, and here comes the market. Don't you just love it? Hassett's remarks came a day after President Donald Trump unexpectedly paused reciprocal tariffs for 90 days. It's not unexpected. He announced he was going to do it. He told you in a tweet, time to buy. I mean, some would say that's inside trading. I'm just saying, but I mean... I don't know. He seems to get away with it, but there you go. He tweeted, time to buy. Just saying. 75 countries that they announced on April the 2nd, however, increased the levy on China-produced goods. We've got a few deals that we're working on ahead of this that are really, really well advanced, Hassett told. He did not name the countries involved in discussions before Trump's Wednesday announcement. There is a big inventory of deals that are right close to the finish line, he just said. He later told reporters that the US trade representative informed him that the administration has received proposals from about 15 countries, and officials are studying and considering if they are good enough to represent to to present to the president, Reuters reported. Hassett added that there will be a high-level meeting on Thursday to discuss how to proceed. Wall Street Journal, blah, 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 blah. Yes, depression, recession, everyone's telling you everything, aren't they? Right, okay, good stuff. I just thought I'd share it with you. Let me get through the comments, then I'll go to a quick question from Alex. I'm not saying you're wrong, man, but as an American, I've never thought of a truck as a symbol for America. Maybe an eagle. I just always looked at it as a truck as durable, power, etc. Yeah, you might not say it, but subconsciously you do it. What I mean by that is, and I mean with the best love in the world and best respect, David, and we have a great relationship, me and you. What I mean is, no one in England who plays football thinks they're doing it for the country or it makes them English or they are English. They do it because, but that is what it means. They just don't say it because you don't go to the football game and say, I'm coming to football because this is what I do as an Englishman. I'm just explaining the psychology behind it. It's all around me in Dallas. I mean, trucks everywhere, cowboy hats, cowboy boots. Why? Is a truck better in Dallas than it is in California, America, Russia, China, Japan? No, it's because everyone else is doing it and you want to do it because it's your heritage. It's part of being an American. It's not good or bad. It's just how humans work. We want to be part of the tribe. The Lucasades, we want to be part of something. People feel comfort when they're part of something. It's not right or wrong. No one became a member of the Lucasades and said, I want to be part of the Lucasades because I need to be part of a tribe. But you did it. That's the point. You did it because it makes you feel good. But if you're going to psychoanalyze it and study it under a microscope, that's why you did it. But no one says that's why they did it because they feel silly. I've joined because I want to be part of a tribe. Hang on a minute. I don't want to be part of this. I'm not going to be a member of this. This reminds me of one of my friends many, many years ago who said, I'm not buying an iPhone because I don't want to be part of the club. I'm going to buy an Android. And I turned around and went, you do remember the other half of the world is all in an Android. Well, I'm not going to. You've joined one club to be in the other then. Well, I said, if you want to be an individual and you really want to rebel and you want to be your own person, I suggest you build an iPhone, some phone out of wood, you carve it out and you make your own phone. Then you can have your own original club, just you, and that's it. We're all part of a club. We all join something, whether we join the Americana or Great Britain or the Lucasades or something, or an iPhone or an Android. We're all in some club. And when we're in the club, we celebrate it, we enjoy it because it makes us feel good. That's it. That's the psychoanalyzing of it, but that's what we don't normally do because we don't want to do it, but that's what we do, right? We don't say it. We don't say it. How many conversations do you not have with your wife? How many conversations do you not have with your husband? You know, things that you think, but you don't say it. You don't go up to someone in the street and go, you look ugly today, do you? You might think it, but you don't say it, do you? Right? There's loads of things that go on behind what we think and stuff, but we just don't say it, or, you know, we park it away. All right? You know? There we go. Just saying. Okay, let me read the last couple of comments and then I'll come to Alex. I got a 14-wheeler. Flipping heck, mate. Nice. Kazansky. Mine had, how many did mine have? My van, my lorry. The cab got 2 either side. 1, 2, the steering wheel. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It had 8 wheels. Mine had 8 wheels. There you go. Because the back had double. There you go. Now that you can do a single trading millionaires and politician, James, true story, rigid, class 2 article, dream, thank you. Spelt lorry, L-O, that's right. I told Matt I want a horse box. He said no. Bloody right. Don't need one. Why do you want one of them? Don't the horses live in the field? Where are you taking them to? I always remember the royal family. Remember the royal family? I don't mean the king and the queen. I mean Jim Royal. I mean the royal family, right? It's a comedy TV show. And Dave, he wanted to buy a milk float. He wanted to buy an electric milk float, and Jim said, "What do you want that for?" He said, "So I can take my motorbike on the back of it." And he went, "Well, wouldn't you just ride your motorbike to wherever you wanted to go? I mean, wouldn't that be easier?" I want a milk float so I can take my motorbike anywhere. Well, just ride your motorbike, mate. What strategy can you use inside trading by the what strategy can we use? Oh, there's loads. You can track Nancy Pelosi. You can track all the politics. I mean, I track everything. I didn't buy, by the way, because Donald Trump said buy. I bought because it was undervalued, but it gave me an extra bit of, okay. But, you know, you can't just use it as a guaranteed fact, though, right? You know, you've got to remember these things. Alex, good morning to you. How are you, mate?
Good morning, Martin. Good morning to the Lucozade.
Yeah.
And allow me to say happy 1 year of the Extra channel.
Yay! It's our 1 year anniversary today. Absolutely right. Really, really great. And it's great that everyone's getting their memberships today on Extra, the new members, because you'll be 1 year next year and all the founder members will be 2. So this is the day you got to do it. There's no tomorrow. This today. This is the day you do it. It's really, really great. And I'm really, really happy that service is growing all the time. Alex, what can I do for you today?
Right. So first of all, I had written down some notes. I like what we do, and I like being involved more. So I wanted to share some thoughts. I believe that we were expecting a triple digit on the tariffs from Trump on China.
Mm-hmm.
What I can see is that he doesn't care about retaliation. He cares about pushing the, allow me to say, opponent, but in a friendly way. So I think this is a game of a mental game, to be honest. So I believe the weakest mentally will have to back down. So if China decides to retaliate and not take advantage of, sit down, have a negotiation, see, because maybe Trump will say, you know what, I'll give you 15%, you give me 15 or 20 or 10. So he tries to make it like a fair deal. So as we saw, he's having a few tariff deals on the table for 15 countries. Before you announce it, I wrote it down as well because I think it made sense with which countries he's gonna try to sit down on the table and have a deal. And I want to believe Canada should be one of them because they're allies, and they've got so many benefits, right?
Yep.
Now with China, I believe if China tries to retaliate back, I believe we could see Trump decides to retaliate back with 150, 170%, 175%, even 200%, just to push back China. Because from what I've seen, China sends products to USA for about 463 billions last year. And America only sent for about 170, if I'm not wrong, something like that.
Okay.
So we can see a massive difference that who can lose and who's not. Now, there are other varieties on that, which I don't have the knowledge on it. I just gather as many information as I could. So I believe it is part of his strategy, what he's doing. I don't think he's trying to destroy the global economy. I think he's trying to push opponents on. It's kind of like a chess game.
Yes,
So,
I agree. I've got some breaking news. I've just got to go to this. I'll be, hang on, the UK pause all retaliatory tariffs for 90 days following what Trump has just said. Yes, I mean, everybody wants a deal with Trump. That's the point. What he's done is forced the issue to get a deal. Absolutely right. So I'm just reading this now on the wire. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, this is the UK Prime Minister, says a trade deal with the US will not alleviate the UK's economic challenges. Ukraine, what's this one just coming out now? Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Russia is conducting systemic work in China to recruit fighters. Okay, that's not relevant to this. Let me just double check what's coming through from Bloomberg. But yeah, it does seem, I mean, we had this story earlier about Trump today. There will probably be announcements today that some deals have been done. So this is why the market is selling off now, to sell off, to buy it back. And all I'm trying to do is acquire more stock on the way down. And yesterday's rally was a sign that people want to buy this economy. That's all it is. So let it go back down, buy more when it goes back down, or whatever you can. But I'm not going to do that yet. It's got a long way to go before I start buying again. Alex, thanks for your thoughts, mate. I appreciate it. You had something else to share?
Martyn.
I've only got another minute or so before I got to move on.
Yeah, just one more thing. It will take 30 seconds. I think Europe said that they are pausing for 90 days as well.
Yeah.
And they're wondering what is going to happen after the 90 days of USA pausing the tariffs.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I think, I mean, oh, hang on. Trump issues 90-day pause on most. Oh yeah, we just did that one. 128. April. No, that was okay. That was yesterday. I don't want that. Yeah, Donald Trump. The tariffs haven't gone away, but the purpose of everything that Donald Trump did was to force people to negotiate and realize he wasn't messing around, and he'll do it again. And nobody wants these massive spikes. Everybody wants it to be resolved. And by sidelining China, he's actually made Europe and America stronger, because people are doing partnership deals with Europe and America rather than China. And it's going to force China to step back a little bit. That's going to be hard for them, though, because their economy isn't that great, and they are the manufacturing, the factory of the world. So they're not looking to lose all their benefits to their high tariffs that they have. It's a way for them to generate income. They can't afford to lose that, but equally, America shouldn't be taken advantage of either. So there's a bit of negotiation going on there, but I'm really pleased that Europe is rallying today, and it's going to be good. And this, and like we've said before, when the markets sell off, it's not necessarily a bad story. It's a good story is about to come. I think you mentioned it once, when it rains, the next thing that comes is the sunshine. Yeah. It's absolutely right. And what we got today is a very strong rally yesterday, one of the biggest in history. People took profits. I didn't. I'm absolutely delighted that I didn't. Because if I had done, 20% of that rally yesterday would have gone. It would have gone to the tax man. I couldn't use that money because it'd have to be, I got to keep it for the tax man. This way, I'm still in, and I can just buy more because it's going to bounce back up. And what I want is my portfolio to be up when I need it. And between now and then, it's just a matter of acquiring more and more stock. And I know, yes, you can get more stock if you sell at the top and buy at the bottom and keep doing that. Obviously, you're going to make a lot more money, and so on and so forth. But you've always got to account for the tax, and that's if you sell at the top, and that's if you buy at the bottom. And my experience has shown me, and watching what everyone does and talking to everybody, no one ever buys the top, and no one ever sells the top, and no one ever buys the bottom. As it turned out, we bought the bottom yesterday, but we didn't buy the bottom a year ago. You know, so it balances itself out. So I'm holding. I'm happy to hold. I don't mind that I'm down 6.5% today, which is $9,000. Because yesterday I shifted 36,000. So it's a minor ripple on the pond today. But if we get a flash crash, which it looks like we're getting just before announcements come, announcements will normally come at 1 o'clock. We're now 10 o'clock. So we're going down before we go back up again. Anglo says, still in talk to sell Australia coal assets to Peabody. That just broke. That's not relevant to us. Okay, so it's a good day. Final thoughts, Alex, before I let you go. I've got to wrap this show up today.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to hold you. There is only one question that I would like to share from Jerry Mandarin. He says, can China not just send its products through other countries? I'd say yes, it can, but I don't think China wants to lose the doing businesses with America. as USA is one of the
No,
biggest consumers?
it's a very good question. It's why I later found out why Donald Trump put a tax on an island full of penguins. It was so people couldn't send stuff there and ship it out again and all the rest of it. And people will do all sorts of things. And he's just going, no, any province, any country, any island, anywhere you like is taxed. You're not going to get round it by sending it to the island of penguins. So I'm sure that they're aware of that. Well, if we're going to be taxed so much, we'll send it to XYZ country and XYZ country, which is exactly what China were doing. China was sending things through Mexico up into America. I think Trump's very much on top of that. And if stuff comes from China to Mexico, you're going to still get charged. If Mexico do a deal with America, that's one thing. But if they're just being a pass through for China, we're not allowing that. So, and I think he's right on that, because that's just exploiting it. And the more China do this, the weaker China becomes when it comes to negotiations, because the whole world will see that and realize China don't want to be fair. I think it's quite fair to say what Trump wants is a fair deal. He wants a fair deal to everybody and make it fair. That's all he wants. He's not saying, yes, he says America first, but he would do. He's a president of America. It's no different than Keir Starmer saying UK first. He's the prime minister of the UK. We need to think of the whole world, but we have to sort of think of our people first, because they're the ones who voted for us, right? You got to do your job. Like my job is to serve the Lucas age rather than pump silly videos for my selfish greed. I do what's right for you. We've all got priorities and we put that first. So I think it's all good. And Trump's aware of people trying to take advantage of that. And I think he's on top of that. So China are going to lose on that. China will come out eventually with a deal. They have to, because the tariffs they got on them now are unworkable. People are finding ways round to buy stuff from other places rather than China. So China have got to do a deal. Don't expect it to take very long either. Days, week.
I don't think by end of the summer that it will take that long. I think by summertime we'll have negotiations.
Yeah. I would have thought before then, but so it needs to be done, in my opinion, before the next round of talks with the budget, because we want to. America's doing this for a reason. I was trying to get onto the bond story today, but I've not been able to get around to it. There's a whole story about the bonds situation, lowering the rates, bringing inflation down, lowering the government debt down. But it's all part of one big structure. It's all going to get resolved. And I am very happy to be investing in America. And I'm seeing the sell-off gain momentum, and I hope it continues, really. And so someone criticised me the other day when I said, you wanting the market to go down. Everyone saw me get upset live on the show when I see people getting margin called and losing their money. But you're only losing money if you bought at the top on margin and didn't know what you were doing.
Bad decisions. Yeah.
I don't want the market to go down permanently and long term and at all, really, because I've got enough anyway. But as an investor, if the market wants to sell off and let me buy more, then I'm going to welcome that, because I don't want the businesses to collapse and I don't want people to lose money. But if you bought at the top, well, then that was your fault. I told you to buy when I was buying, so I'm not encouraging you to buy the top. I'm also not encouraging you to use shorts. I never do it. I'm not encouraging you to use margin. I tell you why I do it, not suggesting that you do it. So don't criticize me because I want to be able to buy more. Well, everybody does. You do too. I mean, whatever. Anyway, invest wisely.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Marty, for having me, and thank you to the Lucas Aids for listening.
Yeah, pleasure. Call anytime. Thank you, mate. Love all the information. Oh, Alex, hang on. Stay right where you are. Stay where you are. Did you hear my message this morning about? Did you hear my message about Discord?
No, not really. I missed that.
Do you ever use Discord? Do you know how Discord works?
Yes.
Are you on the server?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
I have it on my phone, so when I was replying back on the one message, I can't remember. It was about the market, about the fear, and people will try to take money out, and we should have expected that.
Okay.
After that big rally. But
So
yeah,
as you know, I'm building a team, an inner circle. We've got Sensei, we've got Vaz, and I'm looking. I've got moderators. You're a moderator on this channel, and I'm looking for new people to join the inner circle of the team. And I'm looking for, and I thought of you, and I wondered if you'd like to be involved in this. It'd be a massive help to me. I'm looking for a senior moderator in Discord to help with Discord, building out channels, adding channels, moderating things, developing it. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Do a bit of research on Discord, and if you feel that you can do it, I think you'd be a massive help to me on Discord. It's getting very, very busy, very popular, and a lot more we can do.
I love your show. You know this. I even have like an earbud right now listening to Bloomberg, so we won't miss any news or anything. And yeah, anyhow I can help. Absolutely. Why not?
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Trump
Okay.
says, let's make America great again. I'd say let's make the channel great again.
The channel was never bad. The channel was. What do you mean,
No,
make it great
that.
again?
Let's make
It
the
greater.
channel the greatest. Sorry, the
That'll
greatest.
do. That'll do. All right. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you,
Keeping content. Well, obviously we talk every day, but I'll talk to you on Discord, and we'll talk off air as well. And I'd like to bring you into that then on Discord as a major role there. Thank you for your help and support.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate you following the news, letting me know. I love what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate. Thank you. There's Alex on the show today, providing extra content and stuff. We love it. Okay. Going to wrap up today's show. Let me just check something here a moment. Am I? Let me just do. I've just got something here. Just bear with me a second. Just checking something here. What's going on here? News. Okay, that's all fine. Right, let's go to my final comments. Hi, Alex Dynamite. Usually they see a crazy girl driving a big truck, and that means she is really crazy, so they stay in the car. I can't believe Extra Channel has been going 1 year already. It's gone so fast, just like our life. Yeah, I know, Mike. Can you believe it? Howdy, Alex. Hello, everyone. Can China not just send its products through countries? That was a good question. I think we just covered that. China purchases of US oil likely heading towards zero. China's purchase of US oil likely heading towards zero. JP Morgan stays bullish on global copper miners. That's just broken. That's a new story. That's just happened. Jeffrey Diamond. They have been doing that, Jerry, through Mexico and Canada. It's always darkest before the dawn. Trump will be well on top of any via imports, hence the Penguin Island. Yeah, I didn't take my 1,500 in profit and had to sell this morning. I didn't take my 1,500 in profit and had to sell this morning. You didn't sell. I would not believe Keir Starmer if he said he is a UK. If he is a UK person. I would not believe Keir Starmer if he said he is a UK first person. You wouldn't believe him. Okay. My average was not good on VU, but way better on NASDAQ. Thank you, Alex. Congratulations. There you go. If you'd like to see Alex then have a larger role in Discord, as a senior role in Discord, let me know in the chat if you like that idea. There you go. How about it? Put it in the chat. What do you think? Thank you, Alex. Congratulations. There you go. Right, what have we got over here? US natural gas inventory net change of plus 57. This is just out. I'm just trying to process what this is. This will take a while to get my head around this. I'll come back to it this afternoon. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Always happy to be here. Thank you, Martyn, for everything. Thank you. A due diligence tab would be awesome for Discord, for people look for info on stocks ideas. A due diligence tab would be awesome for Discord, for people look for info on stock ideas. Good afternoon, everyone. I like that. Yes, go Alex. People love it. Yeah, they love the idea. All right. Okay. Good. Okay, let's wrap this show up today. Now, if you're still with me, 225 people been with me the entire day. It's just a wait and see now, waiting for negotiations to be done. Yes, for Alex. Namisha likes it as well. Wonderful stuff. Let me know your thoughts. So if you've just tuned in and you've missed everything today, and boy, have you missed everything today. Today is our 1 year anniversary for the members on Extra. It's a huge day. This is Extra running live right now. It runs 24/7, 7 days a week. It's a replay of today's show. There's 24 people actually watching right now in different time zones and different. That's 10% of this audience. And this is 75,000. This is going to be, the Extra channel is going to be bigger because we replayed today's show in different time zones. And today is the best day ever, 1 day a year, to become a member, because everyone today has their 1 year badge. So if you become a member today, like Keneal, and get green, next year on this day, they will be 2 years and you'll be 1 year. And it provides a service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we're going to restream today's show on there now. And here's the exciting part. I didn't put this out, so I'm going to tell you right now what this is. All right. So I wanted to leave this till last. Some big news for the channel. All right. Let me change this to here. Right. Okay, ready? So here we go. This is what I want to do. At the end. So 1 year at end. A big day today, a big surprise announcement. Are you ready? And it has something to do with this. This is the Extra channel, and you might see an explosion of members today. Why? What's going on? Well, you think it's because it's our 1 year anniversary, partly, but something a lot better than that. This is going to be amazing, and it's something I've just had authorized on the channel only yesterday. What is it? I don't even have it on the main channel. What am I talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is this. Stand by. You're going to love this. So tap the like button if you're watching me on the main channel or the Extra channel, because this is going to be on both channels. Consider subscribing. What are we doing here? What's going on? Well, let me show you something that is going to blow your mind. And Mr. Beast has this, and now do I. Now do I. What is it? What on earth could I be talking about? Well, let me show you. On the homepage of the channel right now, where you are watching me now, if you're on the main channel, you scroll down and you'll see our two featured channels. We've got the Extra channel and the Party channel. They're all separate channels. This is the Party channel for the concerts every Friday. This is the Extra channel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Very exciting. And if you click on the Extra channel, if I click on that one, it takes you to the Extra, and the same thing. You can see it's live, but the red ring, it's always live, other than when I have to reboot the system. And down here, you will see that I have the Investor channel and the Party channel. So you can see all the featured channels, so you know how it works, right? Now, why this is so exciting is this. The Extra channel was set up to provide a space for members to talk to each other 24/7, 7 days a week in real time, live, and be able to watch the restream. You might go, why does anyone want to watch the restream? Well, we have members now in 69 countries in 14 languages, and languages is the clue, but it's not what you think. So stand by. So this runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and today it's its anniversary, 1 year, and you can see people today celebrating their 1 year badges. And every single person, and I mean every single person who is a subscriber is a member. It's incredible. Everybody is a member, and they all became members on day one. Everybody. So anyone who becomes a member today, like our new members here, they've got a green badge. They will be 1 year old when everybody is 2. It's the only day of the year you can celebrate the anniversary with everyone. So the best time to become a member. But what is the big news? It can't just be you're telling everybody about the 1 year. Well, no, that is pretty exciting, and it's a good time to become a member. But what's really exciting is this. What we do is we restream the previous show for other countries around the world, different time zones, to tune in, watch what they miss because they're waking up, but be able to talk to the investors. Now, if there is news at 3 o'clock in the morning, the investors can drop it in here and tell me, and I'm very often, I am always in the studio when I'm sleeping. I even wake up sometimes and look. I see what's going on. I've got the stories of the day, your favorite stocks, and so on and so forth. But that isn't the good news either. This is going to be bigger than the main channel. What's really exciting is this. I've now got the authority to do this and the software to do this. I am not quite sure how to do it yet, but I'm trying to work it out. Because we have members in 69 countries, and this is why I have it on this channel. I don't have it on the main channel. I don't have it on this main channel. YouTube have not given it to me on the main channel, because this is the one that gets the live views in the different countries. The main channel, they get it on the videos, different times. But the live, people aren't live around the world all the time. I mean, there are quite a few, but not the same way as the extra channel, because that's streaming live. So they haven't given it to me on this channel, but they've given it to me on the extra. What they've given me is the ability to have the actual words that I'm saying, not done by closed captions, but actually replace the audio. So there will be a Japanese version of me, a Chinese version of me, a Spanish version of me talking in that language. Isn't that amazing? Now, I haven't worked it out yet. It's not happening yet, but it's going to happen soon. Now, I am always live. This is the real me. I've always said there's no AI. I am the real me. And there I am in the chat talking English. But if you choose to, and you are in Japan or France or Italy or anywhere in the world, you can watch a restream and listen to me in your language. Very, very exciting. Can't believe this is happening. This extra channel is getting a major boost. So keep being part of it. You don't want to miss it. So become a member today on the extra channel. I'm giving everyone the membership link in this channel and the extra channel. Become a member today. You'll be part of the anniversary. And after the shows finish, you can watch the restream. And the other benefit is, as we go into earnings season next week, we're doing 4 earnings a day. 2 on this channel and 2 on the extra. We can do 2 channels. We can do 2 earnings at the same time. So I could be covering 1 earning here on the main channel, and on the extra channel, I could be recovering another earning. So we can do 2. And it's for people all around the world, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, it's all members only. Everyone can watch. Everyone can listen. But if you want to chat, it's 99 cents to be a member. That stops all the bots, all the trolls, all the scammers, so we can have a proper conversation without wasting time. We're members only a lot here on the main channel, but we're members only all the time on the extra channel. So there you go. Exciting day. The big news was, number 1, it's our 1 year today. Become a member today and be part of the family growing, but also the multi-languages in audio is coming to the extra channel. How flippin' exciting is that? There it is. All right, we're going to end this stream live right now. So I'm actually going to do this live for you. So in the chat, you've got the link to the extra channel. I've already got it set. So I'm about to end the show. As I end this video, it will really end. This will be its own video later, but this is in real time. Everyone come and join me on the Extra channel. I will see you back for the closing bell this afternoon. Very, very exciting. You can book in your earnings for next week. Get your earnings booked in. First come, first serve. And 1 in 7 billion says, I can't wait to see Martyn in Japanese. You must have horror. I love it. Yeah, I can't wait for that either. That's it. Everyone's really happy with Alex being involved in Discord, so we'll start moving on that as well. This is really, really great. See you all in a bit. See you now on the Extra channel. I'll be in the studio. I can pause it and jump in and talk over the restream whenever I want. You can talk to me and stand by to hear me in Japanese. It's going to be pretty wild. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm working on it now. Click above my head. Down below in the description, over here and over here. This will come out later as we switch over now to the Extra channel. That's it from me. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you back for the closing bell. And don't forget to join me now on Extra. That's it from me. Have a wonderful afternoon. If it keeps going down, I'll let you know when I buy on Instagram and X. Do you want the links for that? Of course you do. There is the X. There is the Instagram. Oh, another new member.
Svenungak has become a member.
Thank you very much indeed. You're a member on the main channel. Thank you so much indeed. Really appreciate that. All right, I'm now going to have to give the end credits again now because I messed them up, didn't I? I was too long on this screen. So the two videos will be over here. So when I was pointing over here earlier, still kind of over this side, but now they're here. All right, that's it. Join me now on the Extra channel. Take care of yourselves and each other.